Imagine if a life-saving drug, maybe one that's years away right now, could actually be on your pharmacy shelf in, say, half the time.
Sounds a bit like science fiction, doesn't it?
Totally. But it's really not. The future of medicine, it's kind of already here, and it's being powered by AI.
Mm.
In this deep dive, we're going to unpack exactly how artificial intelligence is basically tearing up the old pharmaceutical rulebook.
Yeah, ripping it up.
Radically slashing the time and, let's be honest, the astronomical cost of developing drugs.
Absolutely.
By the end of our conversation, you'll really get insights into this tech leap that, frankly, most people, even inside healthcare, are only just starting to wrap their heads around.
It's moving that fast.
You're going to get a serious shortcut to being in the know here.
Definitely.
So think for a second about the painstaking process, right? Creating a new medicine.
Oh, it's incredibly slow.
Years, sometimes decades of just relentless research, countless failures.
So many failures.
Billions of dollars poured into experiments that just fizzle out. It's this journey just filled with complexity, kind of like navigating rush hour in Mumbai.
Or LA, maybe.
Or LA, exactly. But, with way, way higher stakes. Every single step, historically, has been this huge, often manual effort.
And what's fascinating, right, is that this traditional way, it has given us amazing breakthroughs, no question.
Sure, of course.
But it's just inherently inefficient. It's a bit like, I don't know, building a skyscraper with hand tools.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
We're talking about a process that, on average, can take easily over a decade. Sometimes 15 years, maybe more.
15 years?
And cost upwards of $1 billion, sometimes $2 billion even, for one successful drug to finally reach patients.
Yeah, one drug.
It's like this high-stakes lottery, really.
Yeah.
And the odds, they're often stacked against success.
Mm-hmm.
The number of experimental failures is just staggering. Most things just don't make it.
That's a pretty stark reality. Okay, right, let's unpack this then. Let's really dive into how AI is changing that whole story.
Yeah.
Making drug development faster, cheaper, and, this is key, more accessible for the people who really need these treatments.
Exactly.
So our mission today, explore your sources on AI's impact here, pull out the key nuggets, and show how AI is truly transforming this vital industry.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's kick things off right at the beginning. That initial hunt for the perfect molecule.
Very start, yeah.
Traditionally, like we said, it's finding that microscopic needle in a, what did you call it, a cosmic haystack?
Pretty much. Researchers might screen millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of chemical compounds.
Hundreds of millions.
Just hoping, to stumble upon one that binds correctly to a disease target, like a protein or something, without causing horrible side effects.
Right, it's brute force almost.
It is. But what if you had, like you said, an AI supermagnet? One that could instantly point to the exact little metallic flake you need from this ocean of possibilities.
Okay, now that's where it gets really interesting, right?
That supermagnet analogy, it's pretty good, actually. AI algorithms are completely revolutionizing this candidate screening.
How so?
They take that needle in a haystack search and turn it into something highly precise,
Yeah.
data-driven.
So it's not just faster searching.
Oh, much more than that. These aren't just like advanced search engines. They're often deep learning models.
Okay.
Trained on these vast chemical libraries, biological data. They learn these really complex, non-obvious patterns, how molecules interact with specific biological targets.
They learn. Wow.
Yeah, they can predict these molecule-target interactions with really incredible accuracy.
Okay.
And it's not just about identifying existing compounds. Sometimes they can even generate entirely new molecular structures, things human chemists might just never have thought of.
Wait, generate new molecules? From scratch?
From scratch, based on the desired properties. It's mind-bending stuff.
That is mind-bending. So, okay, instead of just sifting through millions manually or doing tons of expensive lab tests.
Right, the trial and error stuff.
AI narrows down the candidates to the really promising ones super fast. Your sources say this cuts discovery timelines by up to 50%.
Up to 50%, yeah. That's what the data suggests is possible in some cases.
50%. Just on the discovery part, that's potentially years off the front end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Years. For our listeners, think about what that means for, say, a new cancer drug, moving from just an idea to early trials.
What does it mean?
Well, it means taking what could easily be, say, 5 years of that initial bench research and potentially squeezing it down to 2.5, maybe even less in some scenarios.
Wow.
And that efficiency gain right at the start, It just echoes through the whole development pipeline.
Right. It compounds.
Precisely. It's like having this expert chemist who can process data faster than thousands of humans combined,
Yeah.
identifying the best fit molecules almost instantly based on these complex patterns, probabilities, things a human brain just can't juggle at that scale and speed. So it dramatically speeds up those initial phases, lays the foundation faster, accelerates the whole thing by years before it even leaves the lab properly.
Okay, so AI supercharges the discovery, finds that molecule way faster. Huge leap.
Huge.
But, as you said, the biggest hurdle, the place where most drugs fail.
Yeah.
That's later, right? Human clinical trials.
That's the valley of death, as they sometimes call it.
Right. So what's the biggest challenge AI is helping with in that really complex, incredibly expensive phase?
Well, connecting it all. Right. Once you have that promising molecule, yeah, the next massive hurdle is clinical trials. And this phase is just notorious, insanely expensive, incredibly long.
And often fails.
And often fails.
Exactly.
Exactly. Usually due to, variability in the participants or outcomes you just didn't expect.
Okay.
It's where the vast majority of these candidates just fall short, often after hundreds of millions, sometimes billions, have already been spent.
Billions.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah. So the big question is, how can AI make these trials less of a financial black hole? And how can it actually improve the chance they'll succeed?
It sounds like AI brings precision to what's been a very broad stroke process. Big groups of people, hope for the best.
That's a good way to put it.
And your sources show AI playing a big role here, too. Not just predicting results, but finding the right people for the trials.
Exactly right. AI helps hugely with something called patient stratification.
Patient stratification.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that in simple terms?
Basically, it's AI's ability to take a large group of potential trial participants
Right.
and divide them into much smaller, highly specific subgroups.
Okay. How specific?
Incredibly specific, based on things like genetic markers, unique ways their disease progresses, maybe even lifestyle factors, stuff that's just too subtle or too complex for humans to analyze effectively across thousands of people.
I see.
This makes sure the trial group is as homogeneous, as similar and relevant as possible.
Which increases the chance the drug actually shows if it works for that specific group.
Precisely. Instead of the effect getting diluted because you have responders and non-responders all mixed together.
Okay, so that alone, finding the right people, must save enormous time and money.
Huge amounts. But it goes further.
Oh.
Even more remarkably, AI can simulate outcomes. It can run these virtual what-if scenarios before the trial even properly starts.
Simulate.
Yeah.
Like run the trial on a computer first.
In a sense, yes. By analyzing billions of data points from old trials, real-world patient data, genetic profiles, all sorts of things, AI can predict potential challenges. It can help optimize the dosing. It can even suggest adaptive trial designs where maybe the trial changes based on early results.
Wow.
It might identify specific biomarkers, for instance, that predict, say, a 90% chance someone will respond well to the drug.
So you can focus the trial just on those people.
Exactly. Turning what might have been a huge, broad phase 3 trial into a much more targeted, faster study. This dramatically improves success rates, reduces wasted resources. It can save billions in failed trials just by learning from all that historical data to make smarter predictions.
That's already a massive improvement. Finding the right people, predicting results, makes trials way more effective.
Definitely.
But it still relies on human trials eventually, right? Is AI taking us even further, maybe creating totally virtual testing grounds, pushing the boundaries without risk to people?
That's the next frontier.
And this next part, honestly, it feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. We're talking about creating digital twins to test drugs. So what on earth does this mean for you, for medicine?
Yeah, this is where AI takes a really innovative leap, almost revolutionary, you could say. Virtual patient models, often called digital twins.
Digital twins, okay. Are they just fancy simulations?
Much more than that. They're not static images. They're highly detailed, dynamic, computer-generated simulations of a patient, or even a group of patients.
Nah.
Think of it like a perfect digital replica, built from this huge array of data, biological, physiological, genetic, even environmental stuff.
Wow.
And it's capable of reacting to stimuli, like a drug, potentially just like its human counterpart would.
So you test the drug on the computer model first.
Exactly. These in silico, which just means in computer drug testing environments, they let researchers test new compounds without any risk to human participants. especially in those very early stages.
Okay, so instead of waiting years for human trials, recruiting people, giving the drug, watching,
Right, all that time and expense.
we can run countless virtual trials, refining the drug, understanding side effects, all at warp speed inside these digital models.
That's the idea. It's like having this parallel universe where you can experiment freely,
Yeah.
instantly see the results of different doses, different chemical tweaks, without the ethical issues or the immense costs of physical trial.
That's incredible.
Absolutely. It's like having, I don't know, an infinite army of highly accurate, tireless test subjects available 204/7.
An infinite army.
These models integrate everything: genetic data, proteomics, real-time body responses, environmental factors, creating this dynamic, almost living simulation.
Okay.
It significantly reduces the reliance on costly, time-consuming human trials, and even animal trials too, especially for those first safety and efficacy checks.
Right.
It just dramatically speeds up that whole iterative process, designing, testing, refining, bringing us closer to a working treatment much, much faster.
Okay, this sounds almost too good to be true, though. Are there big limitations here? Like, are these digital replicas really perfect? An informed listener might wonder about that gap between virtual and real.
That's an excellent question. And yeah, absolutely something an informed listener should consider. They're incredibly powerful, yes.
Got it.
But digital twins are only as good as the data they're built on, right?
Yeah.
And human biology is just immensely complex. We're still learning so much,
So they might miss things.
potentially. The challenge is ensuring these models are robust enough, complex enough, to accurately predict all the possible real-world interactions.
Yeah.
And individual variability between people is huge.
Right.
So they're constantly being refined. They learn from every new piece of biological data we get.
Okay.
So while they drastically cut down the need for very early stage human trials, they don't eliminate them completely. Not yet, anyway. Especially for final safety and efficacy checks.
Makes sense.
But the speed and efficiency they offer in those initial exploratory phases, it's just unparalleled right now.
Okay. Got it.
So ultimately, when you look at the collective impact of AI across all these stages, supercharging the screening, optimizing the trials, these revolutionary digital twin simulations, it's profound.
It really sounds like it.
We're not just talking small improvements here, minor tweaks. Yeah. It's a paradigm shift.
A whole new way of doing things.
Exactly. A paradigm shift in how drugs get from an idea in a lab to an actual patient. And your sources consistently point to two critical results, which significantly faster drug approvals and drastically lower R&D expenses. Those are the big twin engines driving this revolution.
Okay. Faster approvals, lower costs. And what does that mean for, you listening right now, or for people around the world waiting for new treatments?
It means better, faster access to innovative therapies. That's the bottom line.
So potentially cures or treatments for diseases that are currently untreatable
Or only managed thoroughly, yeah.
could arrive years, maybe even decades sooner.
That's the potential, yes.
Yeah.
And critically, potentially at a more affordable cost, too, because the development process itself becomes less expensive.
Right. That's huge.
So this isn't just about, big pharma boosting profits. It's really about global health, about easing suffering, creating a healthier future for everybody.
Bringing hope to millions faster than we ever thought possible.
Exactly. That's the promise.
But hang on, there's apparently a hidden benefit here. Something surprising about this speed and efficiency that goes beyond just making things better, like an Easter egg.
Yeah, there's something else that's truly fascinating. Beyond just the speed and cost wins.
Okay.
It's the sheer scale of iteration that AI allows.
Scale of iteration. It means...
Well, traditionally, right. Developing a drug meant looking closely at maybe a handful of promising candidates over months, years.
Right, you narrow it down slowly.
Very slowly.
Yeah.
Now, think about a single drug design cycle with AI.
Okay.
AI can rapidly test and refine hundreds, maybe thousands, of tiny variations. Slight changes in molecular structure, different ways it might bind, different ways to synthesize it.
Thousands of variations. In the time, humans could maybe look at one.
Or maybe a few, yeah. But the scale is just orders of magnitude different.
Wow.
So this isn't just speeding up the same process. It's unlocking entirely new ways to design therapies, things that were just impossible before because of the sheer amount of work involved.
Okay, so it's not just like having a faster car to get to the same place quicker. It's like having a completely new kind of vehicle, one that can explore totally uncharted territory in medicine. Maybe find whole new continents we didn't even know were there.
That's a great way to think about it. The ability to iterate and test so incredibly quickly.
Yeah.
It means we might discover entirely new classes of drugs, or figure out how to repurpose existing drugs for totally different conditions,
Yeah.
much faster and more reliably than before.
Repurposing, like finding new uses for old drugs.
Precisely. Imagine tackling some rare, really difficult disease by virtually testing, say, 100,000 variations of a known safe compound until you find the perfect fit.
That would be incredible.
Or designing drugs for targets inside our cells that were previously considered undruggable because they were just too complex to figure out.
Undruggable targets.
AI might crack those.
Yeah.
That's the truly transformative power here. It opens the door to personalized medicine in ways we've really only dreamed about until now.
Truly personalized. Wow. Okay. So let's quickly recap this whole deep dive then. It's been a lot.
It has, yeah.
AI is dramatically transforming drug discovery, development, pretty much across the board. From supercharging that initial search for molecules, the candidate screening,
Right.
to meticulously optimizing clinical trials for better success, lower costs,
Yep. Patient stratification simulations.
and even creating these virtual patient models for cutting edge in silico testing. The impact is just immense, undeniable.
Absolutely. And so what, for you, our listener, it's really clear.
Yeah.
These advancements should translate into faster drug approvals, significantly lower R&D costs, and ultimately greater access to life-changing therapies for everyone, everywhere.
It's a huge shift, reshaping global health, bringing hope faster.
That's the core message, a profound shift.
Okay, so we've seen how AI is literally building the future of pharma, revolutionizing how drugs get made, delivered. But what about the future of your personal health? Like specifically you, the listener?
Bring it down to the individual level.
Yeah. What if AI could, say, predict a disease before you even show any symptoms, catch it super early?
Stage 0 detection, potentially.
Or tailor a diet plan perfectly for your unique biology. Not just generic advice, but based on your specific metabolism, your genes.
That really raises an important question, doesn't it? What does AI mean for diagnostics, for truly personalized healthcare in your daily life?
Moving beyond general medicine to something totally bespoke.
Exactly. And the insights there, well, they're maybe even more mind-bending than what we've discussed today.
Okay, well, you've got me hooked. Join us next time on the deep dive.
Where we'll get into it.
We'll explore exactly how AI is revolutionizing early disease detection and these bespoke wellness plans. You really won't want to miss how these technologies could change your health journey forever.
It's fascinating stuff.
Make sure you subscribe, tell a friend maybe, because the future of health, it's unfolding right now, and you are definitely going to want to be in the know.